Welcome to WKRP Montrose, a radio station masquerading as a podcast about Montrose, Colorado, and the Western Slope.
All right, everybody. Hey, Rob. Hey, Rob.
Yes.
Nice. You bailed. You totally bailed on me.
Hang on. There.
Yeah. All right, Olaf. Yeah. Makes me feel better.
Is that better?
So we got to introduce. You get to introduce the lovely ladies on the couch.
Well, I'd like you to explain why we're dressed like this.
Well, no, I feel like people will pick up on it really quickly. You don't think so? I thought this is just what I wore to work today.
You just look ridiculous, that's all.
I look fantastic. What are you talking about?
This is our very first kind of Christmas-themed episode, which is why Dennis brought in this huge box of stuff and made me dress up like a snowman.
I feel like it's time to get into the season, right?
Do you want to build a snowman?
I want to build a snowman.
Now you want to care to explain who that was and what's going on?
Well, hi, Leah. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Should I call you Leah or should I call you Mrs. Claus? Or it's Miss Claus. Is it Miss Claus or Mrs. Claus?
Well, it's Mrs. Claus.
Okay.
Don't ask questions.
Right.
Yeah. You're fine.
There's the legality to that, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Don't
Okay.
ask
Her
questions.
and Santa are on a break, but they're still technically...
I'm technically Santa's
Mrs.
daughter. Then it's not weird when kids ask why I'm kissing on Buddy the Elf.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I can live in Montrose. I'm Santa's daughter.
Okay.
Makes it easier.
So no full time. You just go home and visit the folks every once in a while.
They visit me.
Okay. There we go.
Once a year, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Right.
And sitting to your right. is Rob.
Rebekah.
Thank you.
Foster Connections.
Yes.
Come on, Dennis.
Yeah, no.
All right.
I see Rob.
He does that when he's like, I'm not sure about something.
No.
I'm going to, yeah.
You guys haven't seen the show. We established that when you sat down. So I will explain. Anytime I try to pronounce anything, even when there's an obvious like stress to pronouncing something, Rob just has a good time with it. So lately, I've been forcing Rob, who basically sits over there and only chimes in when he really wants to be more participatory in the show.
Dennis
Look as you pronounce participatory.
I mean,
he got lucky that time. Yeah. Dennis is the lovable simpleton.
Yes.
On the show.
Yeah. Not very smart, I think is what he means by that.
I mean, you said it, so I guess that makes it true, right? Are you going to insult? Are you going to insult our guest?
No. There's been the occasional reference to an old cartoon, Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And Rob is definitely the brain.
Yeah. Every time we come into this office, Dennis asks, "What are we doing today, Brain?"
Mm-hmm. What do we do? Taking over the world.
Yeah.
Same as every day. All right.
Podcast episode at the time. So, let's explain why you're both here.
Yeah.
You tell us.
And you have to lean a little bit closer. There we go.
We know. We'd like you to tell all of Montrose.
Mrs. Claus. Why'd you pick Montrose?
Okay.
What's going on?
Well, I like to give back, of course. And I just decided to team up with Rebekah over here for Foster Connections to make sure that all the families here in Montrose that are part of their program get to have Christmas morning, and everybody else in Montrose can come to our 3-day event and have a good time. Get to meet all the different characters. The real Olaf. This guy's
obviously an imposter.
Yeah, obviously. He has an accent. It's fine.
Olaf is European, I think you'll find, just like me.
Actually,
I thought you were Australian, so that's my bad.
An American accent. He's the fake one.
Did you hear that, Rob?
No, and I refuse to have her say it again.
Yeah. No. I think you're right on. The only thing less authentic about Olaf over there is his accent. Like the outfit is a little bit more authentic than the accent. I'm pretty sure he's from Jersey. That's an ongoing joke as well. All right, so
just not a good one.
We're here for a good cause. We're trying to make sure that families and kids have a great Christmas, because really the holiday season is more about the youth of us really appreciating the holiday. So even when you're old, like gray in the beard, it's as fun watching the kids really have a good time at the holiday season.
It hits home more right, as a kid. If you miss out on Christmas, you go to school, you see other kids around, it hits more, I think, right, for kids.
Absolutely.
If they miss out on this kind of thing. So this is why it's so important. So So just to go back, so this year, December 13th is the first day of your 3-day event,
Yep.
right? It's the 6th. I'm reading this off the screen.
Yep.
The 6th annual free Mrs. Claus for a Cause event.
Yeah.
So give us a quick run through of what people can expect at that event.
So December 13th and 14th are for everybody, and the 15th is for families with special needs only.
Okay.
The 13th and 14th, we'll have the Grinch. We won't have the Grinch on the 15th. Everybody that comes can get free haircuts for their kids. They can get tinsel put in their hair, free photos with Santa. The kids get to pick out 5 different items, including any kind of a writing or drawing material like new markers or crayons, any activity book, any donated book by the community. So we ask for donated books from whoever. Kids books up to 18, just no romance novels, please, because that gets real weird for us. And then any toy in their age group or any stuffed animal. And then any warm clothing items. So we've purchased, I want to think, around 400 brand new winter kids coats this year.
Wow.
And we have beanies and gloves. So they get to get all those items. And then they get to go into the big fun area where there's face painting, cookie decorating, balloon artists, Montrose Children's Museum. We have the Western Slope Wonder Academy coming to make pine cone bird feeders. There's the Elevation Dance Academy. We have a DJ, bounce houses. Every family can have grilled cheese sandwiches with soup. And like I said, there's the cookie decorating too, and there's letters to Santa. So it's all completely free.
Wow.
And we ask everybody to come, and nobody gets turned away. And this is why we do this as well, is because we don't want any kid to see another kid getting to do something that they might not be able to afford.
Yep.
And forgot to say this, on Saturday we have the Grand Junction Extreme Game Truck coming down from 10 to 5. And we have like a pony petting area. That will be outside. And we also have a big movie screen that's coming down from Valkyrie. So the kids can watch Frozen probably outside, or maybe Elf or something like that while they wait in line. But it's all completely free. So we ask everybody to come and enjoy it.
So
where is
Pops,
it?
hold on. Pops couldn't spare one of the reindeer for the event to come down.
I've tried. Reindeer are hard to come by.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they aren't easy.
They're jerks.
Yeah.
They're expensive. This is free.
This is the one time a year they're in demand.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're not wrong.
And it's supply and demand, right? Price
But come
goes
on,
up.
like there's no nepotism, no family like opportunity here.
Also, they'd have to be in a cage. That's no fun for anybody.
Then it doesn't get as fun.
No,
Yeah.
then it's a horror show.
Exactly.
So where is it? Again, let's just...
So it's at Friendship Hall here in Montrose on North 2nd Street. And we also have roughly 30 different Disney characters. So we'll have Elsa, Anna, Olaf, the real Olaf. We have Woody, Buzz Lightyear.
Friend of the show, by the way.
Yeah, we have Donald and Daisy Duck. We have the Abominable Snowman, Goofy, Mickey and Minnie, all the Disney princesses. So everybody's there. You can bring your kids and they can come meet all of them for free.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I noticed that you did have all of the characters for Disney, and one of the things I was going to ask you, who does Rob like most remind you of as a character from Disney?
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
I mean, I feel like
maybe Aladdin.
no, definitely
Lord
not.
Farquaad.
Lord Farquaad. That is exactly who I was thinking.
I think you'll find I'm 6'2".
I mean,
So,
only in stature, definitely
laying
not
down.
in like personality.
I don't like it when guests come on that are a bit
No,
too
that was
confident.
perfect. That was great. Thank you so much for that.
No, I don't like the confident ones.
Rob, what you're missing is that's what I asked Santa for Christmas, was that moment right there. And so just to let you guys know, Santa
Good.
delivers. I don't
You're
know what to tell you.
You got it. Let's hear from the quiet one.
Yes.
So how did you guys get involved together in this? And tell us more about your organization as well.
Okay. So we got connected because we have a Foster Connections as a nonprofit that meets the needs of children coming into foster care, primarily in the Montrose and Delta areas. And so we typically have a sponsor every season to help us with gifts, but this season we did not. So Terry at Serve Pro, who sets on our Foster Connections.
Definitely a friend of the show.
Yes.
She's
absolutely.
awesome.
She's
Yeah,
great.
Terry.
She sets on our Foster Connections board, and she's the one that puts out the little green trucks every year, which those toys always benefited our kids in care. And so it just all happened to fall into place that when our other sponsor said, we can't do it this year, Terry's like, let's go with Leah. Let's see if we can work things out and
Right.
we can team up together. So right now we have 62
different donation
Locations,
boxes
yeah.
at different businesses. I don't see yours out, but that's okay.
We have the
okay.
entire list. We'll
Well,
share it on the YouTube.
Studio
description.
F is kind of like the Batcave. Like, we don't necessarily want everybody to know where Studio F is, but I think it's amazing that there you go, people. You've got zero reasons. 62 locations in Montrose. I mean, everything is only 5 minutes away to begin with. So if there's 62
Grand
locations
Junction.
and Grand
The
Junction,
Feisty
okay.
Pint in Grand Junction. Yep.
So now when you're in Grand
Coffee and
Junction
Delta.
shopping, you have no reason to not buy something, stop and donate and drop it off. So that's amazing. Last year, you guys helped over 2,000 families. Did I get that number right?
2,000, and we're hoping for 3,000 this year.
Okay, so
so
that's
we
a
added
big
a
goal.
third day. Yeah, it's not small.
Right.
Not small. And we have a dumpster for small business Saturday and Black Friday.
Okay.
That will be at Centennial Plaza downtown. And Coyote Roll Off has been gracious enough to donate this dumpster, and we're trying to fill it. So the city's all about it. It's a 15-yard dumpster, so it's going to take some work, but we're up for the challenge. So let's fill it and give
we're
it
trying
back.
to fill the dumpster
Yeah,
with
with
gifts.
toys,
Yes,
not
let's
trash.
Let's be
yes,
clear.
with toys and not trash. Don't bring your ex-boyfriends.
Yeah.
We just want toys.
Okay.
Do you have? Can people go somewhere to find out what they can and can't, or should not bring?
Do you have a flyer in front of you?
He does.
I do.
I
Yeah.
have
make him read it.
I have a list of all the businesses.
I don't
yeah.
like. I mean,
Let's see if
these
he can.
are-
Let's see if he can
these
put
are-
that syllable on the right.
I mean, these
on.
are big words. So we've got the collection options are new toys, stuffed animals, coloring and activity books, used books for all ages, art supplies, new jackets, scarves, beanies, and gloves. Those are definitely necessary. Can we prioritize those people that are out there?
Yep.
Especially with this new snow that we've gotten already this year. Crayon markers, colored pencils, gift cards. Don't be lazy. But,
No,
but we'll take them.
No, this is great. Gift cards are key for teenagers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what we're really aiming for with gift cards is
Yeah.
because so we're going to meet at least 100 kids in care, their needs for Christmas morning. And right now, currently, 25 of those kids are teenagers.
Right.
So
Okay.
ages 13 and above.
And so, well, are there, instead of just saying gift cards, are there any like preferred locations? I mean, I know Target's got to be one of them, but food.
Like
Oh,
fast food places.
you know what? I
Applebee's.
bet you people definitely didn't think about that because I certainly didn't think about it. But like, thinking of like Culver's.
Yes, like Culver's, Little Caesars.
Yeah.
Teenagers love the Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywhere
Can we
where
not
they
put them on the
go and
sugar
eat.
drinks?
I know.
Can we not create other little caffeinated midgets running around?
Yeah,
Like that's
and if local, I mean, a lot of local businesses do gift cards too, of course.
yeah,
They sure do.
yeah. Let's go Colorado Boy Pizza.
Nothing,
Let's go.
but
Yeah,
nothing, for kids. They're 18 and under.
yeah.
Yes.
We need more stuff for kids 11 and up and 0 to 3. The middle ages are a lot easier.
Yeah.
It kind of all goes together.
Yeah.
But the older kids, even if it's makeup or hair tools,
Yeah.
I did reach out to the like Maybelline and all of the. I haven't heard back from a single makeup company. I was hoping that maybe they donate some kits. Not calling you out or anything,
Well,
but
yeah, we'll
can.
or
We'll call them out for you.
soccer balls, basketballs, stuff like that, fishing poles. Those kind of things.
Well,
Kids really
okay.
like that older stuff that they can take and it's something that's theirs. That might be something that they can't afford or get on
Yeah.
their own. And the younger kids, the 0 to 3, obviously they're not going to like tell us what they want most of the time. But those are just those toys that we can't put the older age groups in
Yeah.
because we don't want them choking. So
Right.
Yeah.
that 0 to 3 is a big, we need small toys for
Yeah.
those kids. And stuffed animals are great for that age group. So
Yeah.
we'll take stuffed animals and blankets. We'll take new blankets as well. So it's going to be great.
You said something there that I didn't necessarily think of, but certainly in foster care, something that's your own, something that you can take with you.
Yes, absolutely.
Because one of the hardest things is if you're in the foster system, you don't always get to stay with one family for the entire time that you may or may not be in the system, which is one of the really difficult things for the kids that are part of that. So to have something that's theirs, because the next item that I was going to say, blankets, it's just one of those things that, if you're ever in that system, I was a part of that system very late in a situation that happened. And that was something that I'd really noticed for the other kids that were there that were younger than me. Just something that they had that was theirs, that they could hold on to, that they could take them from place to
Yeah.
place. You said tears. I'm trying not to cry because it is
I
like
can
one of those
well,
things.
and I also wanted
But-
to tell everybody I would gladly take used suitcases or backpacks, because a lot of kids, when they do leave the foster system, they have a shoebox or a plastic bag.
Right.
How great would it
don't
be
want
to have
that
something that you can put all of your own stuff in?
Yeah.
Would love for that. And, my mom makes individual little earmuffs with matching scarves, and she makes like 200 to 400 literal sets of those every year for this program. She followed me here, and so all those kids can have those too, that are whatever color they want. They get to pick it out. They pick out their jacket. We don't let the parents come with the kids also, which is great. So the kids get to get whatever they want at the event.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You said you don't let that happen.
We don't. We don't let that happen. No.
Good.
We do. We collect suitcases. We get donations of suitcases or backpacks. But if I have a kid that's moving, we'll go and get totes or a suitcase. We will never let a child leave a home with a trash bag. That's just
So
wrong.
you mentioned that.
But it's nice to have your own thing as well, too.
Absolutely.
So I can see how that was.
How many kids are there in Montrose right now in foster care?
In Montrose alone, or kind of
Just the area.
so in the
generally.
area there is approximately between 100 150 kids, and that's kind of a range between Montrose and Delta.
Yeah.
We do have a few Montrose kids or Delta kids that are placed in Grand Junction, but if I took them out, it'd be closer to Montrose and Delta, about 100 kids.
Wow.
Okay. So there's a lot of kids.
Over 200 in Mesa County alone. Yeah.
Okay.
And so on Christmas morning, then you and I presume other volunteers will be going to visit these kids.
So what we'll do is, before we do the event on the 13th, we'll go in. We have a list of kids and their names, and so one of the places we do have a teenager tree at Dr. Alexander's office that's specific for teens. So we'll have gifts filled there. But then we'll go in before the event and we'll fill bags for kids based off of their age and what we know about them. And then case managers will deliver those gifts to the homes, and then foster parents can decide how they want to, or kinship families can decide how they want to
present
them or to wrap them, and it might be a situation, we might have a grandparent who can't get gifts, and so it might be a situation where we're like, you tell these kids this gift's from you. Just because that's what works best for that family. We're very flexible with it. We allow them to make that decision.
Okay. That's
So
great.
just to go a little bit more personal, but stay in the theme. What's a favorite Christmas gift that you've either given or received? All time.
Wow.
Yeah. Any? No? I mean, come on. As somebody that gives gifts to little kids, there has to be a moment where...
It's funny. I've never thought of it. I love everything I'm very grateful for whatever I get. I was raised by a single mom. So and she busted her butt. I would wake up in the morning and stack my presents from the biggest to the smallest. And I remember I got like a Sega Genesis game. And I was like, that means I'm getting a Sega Genesis. Tomb Raider, I'm gonna get it. And then
that didn't ruin like the surprise of everything else?
Yeah, absolutely. But then I also was like, where's the Sega? Like, where is it? Going down. But for me, it's honestly, it's not even about me anymore. I don't even have kids. It's not even about me. When you come to this event and you see these kids and they look at something and they get it, or they see their favorite character, and like, the reason why I do this is the special needs day. Come to the special needs days. It will change your life. These kids, there's no parents complaining about how long they wait in line. There's no people complaining about what stuff wasn't good enough and how angry they are. Everybody is just there, and they are so grateful. And the first little boy that ever came to my house had Down syndrome, and he has a little walker. And I did it in my driveway on my garage door. And he saw Santa and threw his little walker down and ran to Santa's arms. And that's the first photo I have, is the smile you've never seen before. He comes every single year to my event, and I am a mess. Mascara run. Like, you think my dog died. It's like that. And he's going to be 8 years old this year. And that's my Christmas present, is I get to see all these kids growing up and get to experience this event. And there's people that, I'm Mrs. Claus all the time around town. And it's so cool to be able to make a difference sometimes. And this is what we're looking forward to. And you see the kid in line that has no shoes and no jacket. Bet we're going to give him whatever he needs in that line. We're not just going to make him pick out a pair of gloves. Or do you want to be, we're going to give them whatever they need. So everything goes to the greater good. What they're doing, I find absolutely amazing. They keep kids in their blood relatives' homes so they don't get put in the system, because you have a 70-year-old grandma that now has her 4-year-old granddaughter that's on disability. How is she supposed to afford to take care of that kid? Yeah. What they do is bigger than what I do. But in the end, I feel like it's all just awesome. You can't not love it. It's just great. It gets bigger every year.
It's the spirit of the season for sure.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite moment, or like, because I can only imagine.
so many favorite moments.
Yeah.
You know, and it's even simple things like a child comes into care and like you come with a blanket. I mean, I think one of the things that when I was doing a lot of case management was just even having fidgets in my bag and going to homes and like they're just thrilled.
Yeah.
Like just even over a little fidget toy. So
Yeah.
I have lots of favorite moments.
That
So it's
I can
hard.
only
How about you?
imagine.
How about
yeah.
you? What's your favorite moment?
My actually favorite moment was not over Christmas, but the upcoming Thanksgiving giving dinner that they do, volunteering for that. Actually volunteering in the food shelter too in Grand Junction. Just that moment when people like you have that moment where it's a basic need that you're providing and you're trying to help somebody and their reaction to it. Like that for me has always been the scenario of I'm not a big Christmas guy. Regardless of the guy that's wearing.
Believe it or not,
literally wearing
I
your
never
Christmas-
was either.
Yeah.
Halloween
But
is
look
my
at it.
jam.
So I'm not big on presents and stuff like that, birthdays or anything like
Yeah.
that. But for me, just the idea of like actually getting to be there for other people and trying to help out when they need a hand up, regardless of whatever it is, those are the moments.
It's
for me.
humbling.
So, yeah.
It's humbling when
I know
somebody's
that sounds for all of you going
Yeah,
right now
it
out there,
does.
and Rob is definitely one of
Absolutely.
them. But yeah, for me, that's it. Like that's the part of the season that I really enjoy and like. And
I'll
so,
give you a real
Yeah.
world example because
Yeah.
you three have all gone down the philosophical.
go for it. Yeah,
I have a teaching moment
A
in my
suckle
life.
bowl.
My mother was my
Football.
mother was a great mother, but one year she was also not to be messed with. So one year she bought me a football jersey from my favorite team, Liverpool.
soccer
And
jersey.
Shut up. And I was very ungrateful a few days later. For some reason, it was not related. So she picked the shirt up and she had a pair of pinking shears, the crinkle cut scissors, and she cut that thing straight in half. And I dropped it on the floor and it was like a mic drop moment. Never forgotten that.
Did you wear it as a crop top?
Yeah,
for
that's
the
what
rest
I
of
was
the summer?
wondering. Can we
Well,
see a photo of it?
Thankfully, my sister was quite the seamstress, and she stitched it back together. But I never ever forgot that moment of how it felt to be so ungrateful. And on reflection, I knew that those things cost a lot of money, and it took a lot of effort for her to save that money.
So was it a lesson learned? Because I feel
Big
like
time.
ungratefulness is like your MO over there. Like, is that no? Come on now.
I'm
Just a
telling
little
you,
bit.
What's that number? Call in.
Yeah, 970-316-3162. Call in and tell me, did I step over
Tell
a
that
line?
giant Christmas tree
Yeah.
that he's wrong.
Yeah, no. The potato. I'm not a
Yeah.
Christmas tree.
No,
I do have a Mr. Potato costume that we need filled for the event, just so
I'll
you know.
definitely do it.
Done.
Definitely do it.
And
Mr.
I'll be there to take photos.
As long as he has to be like, he definitely can't be Woody. So do you have like the pig costume? Because we could be the potato and the pig.
No.
I don't, but you could be Woody and Buzz Lightyear.
I mean, I'd rather be Mr. Potato.
Do you have an extra large?
I
Buzz
do.
I
Lightyear
mean,
costume?
double
Not
XL.
not
Double
Buzz
XL.
Lightyear,
He
but
has
we
to
got
be
some.
Mr. Potato Head. That's it.
Okay, so we have the event coming up.
Yep.
But I want to give you an opportunity because this will go out in time for everybody to participate. So participate. But you also have a lot of other events that you do throughout the year that kind of lead up to helping being able to do this. You did the throwback prom. Did I say that right?
Yeah. Throwback prom was last year. This year was the second annual just adult prom.
Okay.
Yep.
And
And,
then
then
you've
I
done
did the cornhole for a cause
Okay.
tournament. And then we do tap nights. So we just did one at Horsefly. They're always so good to us. And we're talking about possibly doing an ugly Christmas sweater tap night at where do I always go? Nope.
Yeah.
The other one.
Rob has an
the bar.
ugly
Whatever
Christmas
it is,
sweater
the bar
that
right there.
he
Which
can
one?
donate.
Sidelines?
Sidelines.
Sidelines.
Thank you. How,
Okay.
I'm, like, I'm so sorry I forgot.
Yeah.
They're like one of our sponsors. Yes.
Friends of the
Possibly.
show,
It's not,
Sidelines.
yes, sorry, Sidelines. It's not set in stone yet, but that's what we're hoping to do. So, yeah, we appreciate it. It all goes to the kids, and it's fun. I like to have a good time and dress up, and it's fun. Everybody loves it.
So does Dad approve the shot luge that you guys have at some of the events? Or
Yeah.
is he like,
I mean,
yeah.
at the prom, yeah. Listen, you can borrow it if you want. You
Yeah.
don't have to be jealous.
I mean, I'm a little bit jealous.
Yeah,
I'm
you should
not-
be.
This is a family-friendly show, so if you don't know what a shot luge is, that's a good idea. That's a good thing that you don't know. Rob, well, I'm going to give you some props too. This summer, you were given the Make a Difference Award from the mayor. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
I was. Thank you.
And
It
is
was-
that for the Mrs. Claus
Yeah.
with the cause?
It was the first recipient, so go down in history books.
Oh, you're the first one. So
I
you're like the
was.
first name on the
Yeah.
cup if
Yep.
there was one. All
Yeah.
right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Rob is contributing. Here's another question for you. because I feel like both of you can answer. Well, specifically you, Leah, as Miss Claus with the cause. What is it like having somebody that only works one day a year and then immediately like says how exhausted they are? I feel like I can relate to that in some way, shape, or form. Is that like ever?
Oh,
have you ever told Dad, like, hey, come on?
Yeah. So I mean,
Nobody
sometimes,
feels
but
sorry for you.
people don't know that he does put in the work. So
Yeah?
he just dresses a little different. Doesn't let people see who he actually is. So he does the work. He's awesome. And then he does.
He
does
doesn't
go
have
home.
the elves doing the work. He's like Steve
Yeah,
Jobs.
I thought he was like.
Yeah. No,
the
he
guy
has
just
us.
Stood
He
there
has
and
me.
all
It's me.
The minions are doing all the other
Yeah,
work.
it is the minions. We have an awesome elf group though. Yeah, we call it the Mrs. Claus gang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's not letting this Santa Claus thing go, by the way.
No. I've got more. I've got a whole list.
I'll
over
get
here.
him in here if you want.
Yeah.
I mean, not right now. Obviously, he's busy, but
Right.
Yeah.
After the 25th.
Yeah,
obviously.
you got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there, Rob?
Yeah.
Do you have anything?
Well, I was going to ask. We're going to publish this list.
Perfect.
Where else can it be found? Is it on?
It's on Facebook.
Your
You can go
website?
under the Mrs. Claus for a Cause.org. You
Okay.
can go to Mrs. Claus for a Cause on Facebook, Mrs. Claus for a Cause on Instagram, Foster Connections, also Serve Pro, also.
And this list is when does the boxes are out now?
We have
right?
62 boxes on the ground.
Do you want more? Do
Yes.
you have space
Yes.
for more? So if there
Always
are
more.
businesses out there
Absolutely.
who might want to participate, then
Absolutely.
what
Just
do they
reach
have to
out and
do?
let us know. If you have a box that you can wrap yourself, fantastic. We'll send you the 2 flyers that go on the boxes.
Yep.
We start setting up on December 10th, and it takes 3 days to set up and sort through all the toys. So if you want to bring your box there, or if it gets full, let one of us know. We'll come empty it, so hopefully you can refill it.
Yeah.
The more the merrier. The more stuff we have, the more stuff we can give back to the community. So the more families we can help.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. But the more businesses we have, that just means they have to do it again next year. So
Right. Once you sign up, you sign up for
Yeah,
life.
I did 30
right.
boxes, I want to say, last year, so it's doubled this year.
Wow.
Yeah. So I couldn't do it without the community. Montrose is amazing. They've welcomed me with open arms. So
How long? Speaking of welcoming, how long have you been here?
5.5 years for me.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Rebecca,
Life.
Are you a lifer? Really?
Lifer, yeah.
you're an OG.
Did you here in Montrose or just?
I don't even know if I should say this. Some people are like, "What?"
You don't have to incriminate yourself.
No, it's not a bad thing. I mean, it's where I want to retire, but I was raised in Pea Green. Are you familiar?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
out
yeah.
towards Delta, you take a right, right?
Yeah, so out in Olathe, west of Olathe. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Not a lot of people know about Pea Green.
I've never heard of Pea Green before.
Really? Yeah.
No,
Not a lot of people know. It's a hidden secret, and but
Too late.
it's-
It's out
not
now.
anymore.
Now it's
Get
out.
out to that old, yeah,
That's
the
where
old,
I'm
the
going
old,
when I
school, the
retire.
old schoolhouse.
What is real
Right
estate
out
out in Pea Green right now?
Don't
I got a
ask.
feeling like.
It's a little too pricey.
Is it? Yeah. Okay. So fantastic. Lifelong. Leah, where were you at before you? Because you're
San
relatively
Diego.
new.
I moved here from San Diego.
And then how long ago was that?
5.5 years.
Okay. You just said that.
Yeah, we
I missed
totally
it.
did.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Okay.
That's all right.
I've
damn
got-
it.
He's a
I've got
good
short
listener.
timers.
He's a
Yeah.
good listener.
Yeah.
I just listen like a normal person. That's what it is. I'm
Yeah.
not good. He's
observant.
just terrible.
Yeah. And what were you saying?
I don't know. Is that Christmas tree constricting your head or something?
It is a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a little tight. So
Well, I mean, I think it's an admirable cause. It's
Thank
great.
you.
We're
I
gonna
appreciate it.
Really, we're going to hold him to volunteering to dress up as
I will definitely be Mr. Potato.
Mr. Potato
Yeah.
Head.
Perfect.
So we're going to get that for sure. So it'll be worth coming down. And members of the public, I don't know, if you don't have kids, apart from donating presents, is there any other way they can participate? Do you need volunteers for the event?
We need volunteers for every day. Setting up, I have 3 20-foot storage units that we empty on the morning of December 10th, and we take it over to Friendship Hall, and we start sorting and decorating. I can use all the help I can get because everybody knows if I don't have help to do it, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to do it
Right.
myself. I'm old. I need help. So please come. And the actual event, we always need help with the cookie decorating and just with the line management. We have outfits people can wear. We have little elf aprons and tearing down. We start tearing down after the event on Sunday. Sunday's over at 3. So we usually tear down for a couple hours, and then on Monday we try to load everything up and put it back in storage and
Okay.
get ready for the next year.
So where do you need volunteers the most? Do you need them the day of or the day after? I think because sometimes that's weird.
We need
for, like-
hairdressers because we do give free haircuts to kids there also. So every kid that comes can get a free haircut and get tinsel in their hair. So if you want to donate your time Friday, be there by 2. It's 2 to 7 basically, and then Saturday would be 9 to 5, and Sunday would be 9 to 3. If you want to come and cut hair for free. And we need just all different volunteers. Setting up is big, the 10th, 11th, and 12th, just because it's heavy lifting. We're lifting boxes of books and things like that. But come to the event. If you want to even just come see it, we do have a line that is not for photos with Santa or haircuts, and you can come in and see everything. And I think once you see it for yourself, it's going to change your life, and you want to be part of it.
Right.
People don't understand. 90% of the people I meet in this town have never heard of Mrs. Claus for a Cause. I want to help everybody. I want everybody to come out. The more people that we get on board, then the more foster families we can help, because I feel like this is going to be a relationship that we keep.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want to help everybody. So you come to this event and you check it out for yourself. There's no way you are not going to want to come back and help.
And I want to just, one more thing I want to ask Rebekah about. So this is obviously a very important time of year for foster kids and foster families, but what about the rest of the year? How can the community help the rest of the year?
Yeah, thank you for asking, because that's huge. So Foster Connections is really only about a year and a half old, because I started it a year and a half ago after I've worked in foster care for 17 years, and I own an agency, Can Connect. So I kept seeing there was this need for more than just the people that were under my agency, but also for kinship families who aren't certified and grandmas raising, their grandkids and stuff. And so I started Foster Connections in order to meet that need. And so throughout the year, what we've done a wine dinner at Stonehouse. We'll try to do that again in March. We do twice now. We have done backpacks and school supplies for kids. And so we've met over the last 2 years about 150 kids we've been able to fill backpacks for.
Okay.
So throughout the year, though, we're always looking for fundraising opportunities.
Yep.
We have on our website, we do have a website, it's just www.fosterconnections.org, and there is a QR code, so if somebody just wants to donate, that's always helpful. But we are always looking for different funding. We were very thankful last Thursday.
Yes, they won the Giving Club
Won the
money
Giving Club
with all the
money.
women here in town.
Congratulations,
And I won
Women's
it
Giving
last
Club.
year on the same month, and I knew they were going to win.
Oh, that's
I knew
great.
it. I put it in. Yes, I was so excited for
She
them.
was
They deserve it.
manifesting it.
I told her that. I was like, you're going to win.
And we
So,
did. So that was super exciting.
yeah.
So now we don't have to worry so much, because a lot of what we do is buy beds. When kids come into care, we don't want them to not have somewhere to sleep. And
Yeah.
so we buy beds for a lot of grandparents or kinship families, or just a
right.
home if they need it. But really, beds and clothing are our big things that we are giving throughout the year to families.
All right, that's great. And people can go to the website and just get in touch with you if they have ideas, they want to volunteer their time or their expertise in anything. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Great.
Fantastic. Ladies,
Yeah.
thank you for coming out.
You're welcome.
Thanks for
we
having
appreciate
us.
you
Yeah.
having
Can't wait
you
to
on the
see
show.
you at the event.
Oh, definitely
You
be
should
there.
bring a
Yeah.
mic, just saying, so we can hold you to it.
Yeah.
Do some
Bring
little
it-
interviews with the kids, see how much fun they're having.
I
Yeah.
can't wait to see him dressed as
Yes.
a giant potato.
Well, I mean, hey, Christmas
All right.
wishes come true, Rob. What
They
have
do.
I got to tell you?
They do.
Yeah, yours came true when she started bad-mouthing me.
I know, it was fantastic. I have another one. We should end the show on that one.
Go on.
I mean, who do you think would be more difficult to work with? Is it the elves? Would it be Oompa Loompas? Or would it be Rob?
Good Lord. Where
I mean,
did
I
Oompa
think-
Loompas.
Where did you
Oompa
get
Loompas?
this?
More than
Loompas.
Rob? Really?
Where
Yeah.
do you
Why?
get this stuff from?
Because they're little
Exactly.
orange men that don't speak English, right? Or
Right.
something? No, they do speak English.
Have
Yeah.
Never
you-
mind.
Yeah.
This
Take
is-
that back.
This is what
Take
happens.
it back.
when
Maybe
when-
Rob.
This is
Yeah,
what
yeah.
happens
Maybe
when you
Rob.
do a podcast on the day of.
Yeah. You
and
have a
there's not
chance to
much time
save it here.
research.
Like,
Yeah, try
who's
to
more
save us.
difficult?
Come on, Rebekah.
It's got to be Rob.
We've bonded, Rebekah. I asked you that really good question a minute ago.
Yeah.
He did ask me a good. I have
All right,
to
so,
go with the.
so you're gonna go with the Oompa Loompas. You
Yeah,
guys
I feel
left
like
me
I don't know. I
hanging.
feel like they fight back, and I'm like, I don't know what you want from me. I don't know.
Yeah.
The elves listen. I'm kind of in charge. I'm
Yeah.
blood related.
They do a
You
good
know?
job. They pay
Yeah, they do.
attention.
They're great. They're
Okay.
great for me. And Rob, I don't think I could boss him around. He's bigger than me.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Rob's not that big. It's really just it's an optical. He had me do this thing with the camera where it makes him look bigger than he is. It's not a thing. Don't
All right.
worry
I
about
have
it.
never asked you to do anything with the camera.
All right.
Let's
In the
get off
spirit of
that.
Christmas, make sure that you donate to Mrs. Claus with the Cause and you support Foster Connections. The 62 locations
Yeah.
that are out there, soon
gonna-
to be more,
we're
because
gonna-
you guys are going to step up and create other opportunities
Yeah.
and locations as well.
We're going to put them all in the description of the YouTube
Awesome.
episode or a link to where people can find that stuff. too.
Perfect.
Awesome.
We appreciate it.
All right, guys. Thank you, everybody, for watching. This has been another episode of WKRP Montrose. We'll talk to you
Bye.
soon. Bye.